Hey guys, this is Xaoslegend doing another video on my prolific drafting. Um, so this one I'm just going to review an article I put on draftbetter.com again, like I did last time. I know these aren't as exciting as my live draft videos where you get to sit there in real time and spend about an hour watching me. Anyway, so here's my article. It's called The Traps and Cuts of Zendikar. I'm at www.draftbetter.com. So I'll just read from it here. As I've oft said, Triple Zendikar is about aggro. Duh. Sometimes finding the aggro deck amidst the stream you're panning in is difficult. My losses in this set usually come from when there's no clear signal from my right and I'm forced to make do with defensive cards or just fairly weak ones. Let's see how this one went. So, surviving the traps and cuts of Zendikar. My screen name is Xaoslegend, as you know. I played a 4-3-2-2 Zen draft. The other players were Aliast, Priamon, Muzzmeister, Cornhawk23, Mad Cow Q, Amijin, and Gox Vegan. Okay, so pack one, pick one. You can see here. The Shepherd of the Lost, which isn't bad. I'm not super excited about white. It's definitely one of the better colors. I mean, it's good, but it's nothing to push for. The 1-mana removal spells are all pretty good, so I go for the Disfigure here, especially because there's no other black to lead anyone, into black after that, so that's fine. Go for the Disfigure. Not as good as Burst Lightning, but it's pretty good. Second pick, the only black card that's playable is the Bloodseeker. And there's several good red cards, and I really like red. So I go ahead and grab Torch Slinger. I think he's a little more flexible than the Shortcutter. They're probably about a similar value in the set, depending on the deck type you have. Problem is the Slinger can always be played, and the Shortcutter, while he can always be played, sometimes he's if you're playing a controlling deck, he's not necessarily that great. Okay, so next pick. Here, if I was already in mono red, I might go for the Ravager. Primal Bellow's only good if you're already in mono green. I can just read my comments. So here it's between Molten Ravager, Mark of Mutiny, and Berserker. I don't have any 2-drops yet, and Berserker's excellent with Bushwhacker and other allies. The Ravager would have left me more open to black-red control, but I prefer aggro, and rare is it to get past enough removal for that deck. The red-black deck. So, next pick. Here it's between Minotaur and Scope. The lack of black tells me that my first pick is probably going to be in the sideboard. I see more Minotaurs in draft than Scope, and if my mana curve is high, I don't tend to want to play too many of the Minotaurs, that is. It's a tough pick, but in the end the Scope is one of my favorite cards and fits well into any of the deck types that I've built. Okay. So pick 5, the Larva's pretty late, so certainly a late Larva, but I don't like green much, and the Rift works with my last pick. I at least want red to flow pack 2. Green is likely to flow whether I cut it or not, which is generally true. Here I'm looking at Mindless Knoll for black-red. Black has been cut enough that in pack 2 it should flow. Jiraga Bard and Cobra Trap. Green has definitely been flowing, but neither of these are cards that make me want to jump into green. Cobra Trap is a 6-drop that doesn't win you the game, and Bard is usually unplayable. I'm meh, and take the null. Probably won't play him. Again, nothing exciting, and I'm just hoping to get paid off pack 2. So here, I take the Fixer. I'm not going to take a third null. I'd have to cry inside if I had to play 3 of those. With all the green I saw, I may go red-green instead of red-black, so we'll see. This guy's pretty solid, so I take the Mold Shambler. Another reason not to take the Mutiny too early. They tend to go late, so the Mutiny Wield, so that's nice. No reason to cut any of these. I certainly won't play white or blue with this draft. If it helps convince someone on my left, so much the better. So here I should have taken the Far Guide. Oh well. Here I should have taken the Scythe Tiger, and here it's fine. Okay, so pack 2 is pretty unexciting. I do get a River Boa, but I mean it makes me make the call that I'm going to go into green, so I do. Go ahead and grab the river boa. Plated Geopede. Zektar Shrine Expedition over everything else that's garbage. And I can't take the Gatekeeper. Just not going to be in black anymore. Vines is always really good. It's one of the keys to any deck with green. Here, Ruin Blaster, just because you can hose your opponent sometimes. The other two cards are pretty good too. Adventuring Gear and Berserker. I'll take another Scope. Scope's good. Shutter. Hoping... Well, Shutter's just in my colors and Puma sucks. Scrabbler is always good for filling in holes. Scythe Tiger. I don't mind having a couple of these. They're good to round out the curve. You just have to play them late, not early. Take the Far Guide, take land. Nice late Ravager there. Just hate out the Ira Ruin, even though I should want people to play it because it's bad. Grab another Scythe Tiger. Third pack's amazing. Inferno Trap, Oracle, Spire Barrage, Wood Crasher, Glade Heart. It's all in, even Berserker and Ballast aren't that bad. So I'll definitely wheel something, but the Oracle's the bomb, so I'll take that. Here, take the Survivalist. Just because the other ones will probably wheel more likely, and the Survivalist isn't bad. Here I go for the Timbermaw Larva. I think maybe I should have taken the Mongrel. Here I take the Recluse. Probably should have taken the Mongrel. Blazing Torch. Tangle Sap, and nothing really in here. I probably should have taken War Paint. Bushwhacker, it's good. Unstable Footing's great in 2-color red decks because you only need the 2 red instead of Spire Barrage, which needs all mountains. Take the Ballast, take the War Paint. Go, go, go. Take a Relic Crush for the super enchant artifact decks. Another Scythe Tiger. Probably not going to play them all. So, here's all my lands. I play about even lands between red and green with 19. So 10 mountains, 9 forests. And here you can see all the cards that I play. So it's pretty aggressive. Okay. 1 Scythe Tiger. 1 is good. Okay, so I left Shutter and Ravager on the board for the aggro matchups and left Unstable Footing for slow matchups. So I didn't put either of those in. Maybe I should have played the Unstable main. Anyway, 14 creatures was good. Round 1, I play against Blue-White Control. He's playing 2 Kraken Hatchlings, a Gomazoa, and Paralyzing Grasp. He has Sphinx of Lost Truths, which wins him a game. And then I wreck him with Moldiah with another game that I mold the 5 in. And then I kept good pressure going and had card advantage from Scope. And won the last game with Relic Crush. Okay. And then I just say the one game I lost, I drew 14 lands and 9 spells. Never good. Okay, round 2. I play against the Mirror, another red-green deck. He beats me with Goblin Guide game 1. Beats on me with Goblin Guide. And gives me 2 lands out of 3 attacks. I stabilize and take over. And then game 2, he's really mana hosed and I just own him. Round 3, I play against Mono White. And where he's dropping multiple Ondu Clerics and Shield Mates that I can't get through. His multiple journeys, Skyfishers, and whatnot stall the game into the 15th turn, where he eventually takes me down 1-2. Ondu wasn't the main problem in the game, so it was mostly the Shield Mates, though Cleric helped to pump them up, obviously. A big weakness of my deck was no evasion or direct damage. One of the advantages that Mono Red has is Spire Barrage to prevent the board locks. Seismic Shutter helped a lot against the Ondu and trading up. My draws were fairly weak as well for the 2 games I lost. A lot of people play slow allies when they play green, and this is the trap of green. You can make green very aggressive if you draft it right, which is what you need it to be to win with, unless it's paired with blue, and then it should still be really aggressive anyway, but it's just got flyers instead, and it's a little slower in controlling. But yeah, it has no actual removal, so yeah, good luck with that. Finding the aggro deck with answers to board stalls is the objective of Zendikar, so good luck avoiding the traps and cuts in your drafts, and may the mana hose find your opponents and not you. So just a couple of comments, because this came out on Thanksgiving. Anyhow, so that was it. That was my draft. You can read it slowly by going to the website if you want. And it's nice to get another video recorded, and I'll talk to you guys later.